Hi everybody, highlighting today some of the things that we have planned, resources we have to offer in this Holy Week when we won't be able to gather together as the body of Christ. Nevertheless, it's going to be Holy Week, and we're going to remember Jesus' death and resurrection, and we'll have some chances to do so together. Beginning tomorrow night, Maundy Thursday, we're going to offer a live online devotion and service of prayer at 6:30 p.m. It's going to include one of the prayers that's been part of the history of Maundy Thursday in the church for a very long time. It's a prayer called the Great Litany. Also give us time to reflect on why it's called Maundy Thursday, referring to a mandate or a command that Jesus gave to his disciples in the upper room and that he gives to us as well, to love one another. A command that Jesus himself exemplified on that evening when he got down from the table, wrapped a towel around his waist, and washed his disciples' feet. So Jesus says, we are to love and serve one another. On Good Friday, we're offering live prayer at the foot of the cross at noon and 6:30 p.m., contemplating the unfathomable love of our God that would send his one and only Son to bear the punishment that our sin deserved and to suffer and to die in our place. We'll also take prayer requests so that your specific petitions can be brought before the throne of our dear and gracious Father in heaven, who hears us for the sake of his Son. That'll be Monday, Thursday, and Good Friday. Those services, which will be live online, will be on Zoom. You'll find links to join them in the email that this video is going out in. On Easter Sunday, we're putting together another service that's going to include hymns that our congregation sang in years past, as well as a sermon. And we look forward to rejoicing in that great news that Jesus Christ won the victory over death and that he rose from the dead. That'll be posted on our YouTube channel at 8 o'clock on Easter morning. We're also going to have an Easter virtual brunch live from our kitchen tables. Even though we won't be able to gather together physically, we can gather together virtually to rejoice in the fellowship we have with one another. That brunch will include some live music, some entertainment, some time to share Easter memories, traditions, so on and so forth, and rejoice in the fact that we are part of the body of Christ. We have brothers and sisters around the world and right here in our congregation who on this most holy day will be celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. Again, that Easter virtual brunch is going to take place on Zoom. Besides those online things, we have some resources attached and included in the email, like this devotion booklet, Home Devotions for each day of Holy Week. It picks up on some of the unique features of Holy Week, such as, for example, on Maundy Thursday, thinking about Jesus' command and what kind of acts of service could we do to show our love to one another. Or on Good Friday, hosting a Tenebrae service in your home. You remember Tenebrae, the service of darkness, where you read about Jesus' suffering and death and the candles are extinguished one by one and the church grows darker and darker, and then there's that great loud noise. The Tenebrae service, it lends itself very well to being done in your home, and I encourage you to make use of the resources in that devotion booklet. Even though we won't be able to gather together, it doesn't change the most important part of Holy Week, which is that Jesus Christ did suffer and die and rise again, so that, as Romans 14 says, he can be the Lord of both the dead and the living. And because he did so, we know that nothing can separate us from him. We belong to Christ forever, and in him we have everlasting life. We will miss getting together this Easter, but we will rejoice in that good news of the resurrection. My richest blessings to you and yours. God be with you.